There's times that after we are under contract, either the appraisal comes really low,
right,
or sometimes the inspection reveals that the house needs a big repairs. For example, I do business in Margate, a community called Bay, where the houses were built in the 90s, early 90s.
right.
And I have seen in inspections that the inspector says this house needs a new roof. And that's an expense like $30,000.
Right.
Is there any tools that you have for the buyers to help us get over a low appraisal or an inspection that needs a new roof?
Sure. Now, you do have several different tools, right, that can help a client, fight an appraisal, right? So first, it gives you a great opportunity as a realtor, right? If the appraisal come in lower, typically that's an indication that maybe the listing price or the agreed purchase amount is not supported by the community, right? Or the area or the market where they're buying, right? And that happens, right? So a lot of sellers are maybe a little bit more zealous, right? Where they want to go and trying to find the highest possible price for their home, but the market don't fully support that. So that's what the appraisal would actually reflect. However, there are times where the appraiser maybe won't, right? So in a situation like that, what we'll have is we have what's called a reconsideration of value, right?
Okay.
So that's when we would get comps that are better than the one that the appraiser uses in the report. And then we'll say, hey, the comps that you're using are not truly, a reflection of this community, but we have better comps that we can provide you that would help you make a better decision. Usually that would help raise the value of the home. So those reconsideration actually happens more often than people think, right? Where the appraiser go back and reevaluate the opinion and increase the value.
Okay.
That's not always the case because appraisers, obviously, they want to protect the integrity of their report, right? But when it's necessary, we can use those tools. In addition to that, I think it gives you an opportunity as a realtor where you can negotiate with the seller, where the seller can perhaps bring down the price of the home, and maybe the buyer can probably increase the amount that they bring into the table so they can meet each other in the middle. The goal is to never lose a deal because of an appraised value, right? So we want to do everything we can to make sure that the client win that opportunity at the end. Now, in terms of the inspection, right? Now, lenders don't truly deal with inspection unless we're talking about a VA loan, right?
Okay.
Most of the time, sometime FHA, right? Now, when the inspection report comes out, that's a great opportunity for you guys to go back and renegotiate.
Exactly,
right?
yes. Credits or
absolutely
a brand new roof. But is there any tools that you guys can help us with?
Yeah, so there are times where we can use lender credit, right? That the client can use. They can allocate that towards closing costs and use their own funds for repair if necessary. Okay. Or there are other type of loans like a 2 or 3K, for example, that allows someone to purchase a home and do repair, and we give them some of the funds that's needed for that repair.
Okay.
Or we have a home style renovation loan that's a conventional product that we can use also to help the person with major repairs that are needed for a home. So yes, there are plenty of tools that can be used to help someone get into a home, help repair some of the major stuff that needs to be done. But ultimately, we want to make sure the person understand we are here to help them get into a home and have a long-term opportunity to build memories with their families.
And equity, of course.
And of course, equity, build wealth.
Wow, that was great because I really thought that lenders only help during appraisals. I didn't know that you can help us if we have an issue with inspections. So that was great. I appreciate that.
Of course, absolutely.